YouTubers, I'm back. This is Vita, and today what we're going to discuss is how family and friends are responding to, even coworkers at this point, are responding to me wanting to live part-time in my van in order to save money because of how far I drive from where I work to where I live. I live in one state and I work in another. So if this is your first time joining me, thank you. Welcome to Life Her Way. I am Vita. I will be your host for this channel. And right now we are documenting my journey for becoming a part-time van lifer. And speaking of being a part-time van lifer, I think that's one of the biggest things that I'm trying to convey to those who are questioning whether or not this is something I should be doing. And I will not be living in the van full time. It's only going to be while I need to work. There are so many people I have found on YouTube who have decided to live in their vehicles because it's easier for them to live in their vehicles and go to work versus shuffling back and forth for whatever reason. Some of them live out of their vehicles for necessity. Others live because they want to. So I would like to do this part-time as needed. Now, I just had a conversation with, I just had a conversation with someone last night regarding this desire to live in my van part-time, and a lot of times this is what I get when I tell them that I'm interested in living in my van. It's so freaking funny to me because people know me, and so I guess they feel like, well, I don't really know how she's gonna react, so let me just not say anything for fear of what she may say back. So they just kind of look at me. I find it extremely comical. And then I have those who are very fearful and they try to scare me into not doing this. Actually, the gentleman who I am buying the car from, which is one of my staff members, or is actually his mother, but the individual I'm getting in the van from, I spoke to him on yesterday, and he even tried to kind of talk me out of it. He was like, are you sure this is something that you want to do? Are you sure this is something that you think is best? Is there another way? This is what I keep getting people to say to me. Well, why don't you rent a room? Because I'm trying to save money, is how I always respond. Well, why don't you just get another vehicle that's better, on gas? Well, I'm too far in to this to where, I'm in it, in my vehicle, my current SUV, which I really could live in, let's just be real. But my current vehicle, I would be upside down basically if I decided to turn around and get something in a sense that's more economical on gas. And I don't think it's going to make a difference, because the way they're talking about how gas is going to go up, food is going to go up, and I feel that if I am closer to where I live, if I'm closer to where I work, then, whatever monies I'm able to save, I'm still going to be winning. So when he was trying to ask me questions whether or not I was really sure, and he made it very clear his reservation right now with the van situation. They have tried now 3 places to see about getting the brakes checked, and the first 2 times the 2 auto shops stated that they fixed the brakes, but they didn't. The last time he took it, just this past week, he said that when he told them exactly what was going on with the van, the shop simply returned the van to him and said, and he even said, I'm trying to sell this vehicle. I want to make sure that, it's sound, and we don't want to give anybody anything that, is going to break down on them, as soon as they get it. Well, he said all they did was bleed the brakes. I don't know what that means. But they bled the brakes, and he said something else, and then gave it back to him. And I'm like, well, I don't know how much it costs to get brand new brakes, but I'm getting the vehicle for $750, and I'm even willing to see how much it would cost to get the brakes fixed. But like I told him, I said, before they do anything, I need to see if my budget can handle getting the brakes fixed as well as purchasing the vehicle for $750. No matter what, I'm going to have to get a warranty on those brakes, on whatever service that they're providing. If I can't get a warranty on it, I still don't want it. Because when it all boils down to it, I will still be driving up and back, at least twice a week. I want to drive up on Monday, set up camp, be there until Friday, and then drive back. So I'm very grateful that on Fridays I get to go home at 3 p.m. So our office is closed down. I shouldn't say that. Administrators and managers can leave at 3. Other people have to stay. So I get to leave work at 3 o'clock. And that means, especially when the weather changes, I'm not driving necessarily at pitch black. Because, see, that is also my deal. Right now, because I have a part-time job working at a community college and I teach, I found myself, instead of leaving work, just staying at work and participating via Zoom, because that's what they're doing for this summer. They're doing they're trying this thing out to see if it's going to work, to see if they can get more kids to consider taking classes. That bunny was about to be minus. You better find somewhere to go. And this is straight highway, and that little bunny rabbit was about to be splat. Okay, so anyway, I digress. So I am working part-time at the community college, and I found myself having maybe 6 minutes to spare, and I'm probably being generous with that, with trying to go there. Trying to come home and log on to my computer and be on time for my class in the evening. Well, this is probably my 3rd class in a row where I've decided simply to stay at work. Maybe 4th class. Simply stay at work and teach the class via Zoom. So I'm like, okay, well, if it's a big if they decide to continue to allow me to teach this class via Zoom, then I will consider staying up where I work versus having to come back home. But just in case, if they say, well, if you want to continue to teach, we're going to now resume to face-to-face, I'm still going to probably teach ITV, because I've done that since almost the beginning, where I've had an ITV class and actual kiddos who are in the classroom with me. So if that's the case, then I will only have to come home once a week. And what I will try to do is, I'm going to hate that. But what I will try to do is move my class to Mondays. That way, if I teach on Monday night, then, because I think right now I teach on Wednesday nights. Yeah. If I teach, when I teach once a week. If I teach on Monday nights, that way, once I come home for the weekend, when I decide to go back up Tuesday morning, I'll still be where I work from Tuesday till Friday, and then come back on Friday, staying and living in the van. But I've got to get the van, and I've already decided that I'm going to, try it out by spending the night in it, when it's right in my backyard, to see. I know every morning I wake up, I keep running outside just to see, how does it feel? How does it feel? Now, mind you, I get up around 5:20 now. I will not be getting up at 5:20 when I'm living that close. But I also have to be mindful that wherever I go, that it may be cold in the morning. So I'm getting up and I'm checking the weather. I'm getting up and checking the weather. Getting up, and it is kind of chilly. It's chilly, and I don't mind it, because I would rather be cold than hot any day. I feel like you can always put on layers, but you can't always cool off. You can't just take your clothes. I mean, you could take your clothes off. I wouldn't advise it. But that's where I am right now with my van life journey. And again, I find that more women are more supportive of the adventure than men. And I understand men want you to be safe. I understand that men know other men, but again, I don't plan on just being out there like, hello, I'm living in my vehicle. I don't plan on being out there like that. I plan on being very stealthy, and of course my goal is not to be in the same spot every night. Choosing a different spot every night will be my goal, but I don't want to be so far away, of course, from where I work and or so far away from the Planet Fitness, because that's where I would like to take a shower. Well, I'm not like to. That's where I will be showering, and I will just pay the fee. And I keep saying Planet Fitness, but it could be called something else. I have to find out, but that's where I plan on being able to shower. And I think it may cost $13 to take a shower at some of the truck stops. I mean, if I gotta pay $10 to $12 a day, I might as well drive to work. That's $40 a week, and that's basically what I have to put in my tank right now to fill it up. It takes $40. And so if I had my way, I would really, really, truly want a conversion van. And maybe I can get that later. Maybe I can have the minivan to go off and be at my work site, if you will. But maybe I can get a conversion van so that when I go to stay in different places, then I can have more of a homier, and I hate to say it because a lot of people say, my van is my home, whether it's a conversion van or, SUV or a vehicle, it's still my home. Mine will definitely be my home away from home. It is not going to be my home. I enjoy living where I live, but I'm also excited about, this journey and this adventure. And again, I'm still going to be taking you all with me. I'm not recording a lot right now, only because all I'm doing is gathering stuff in my Amazon cart. Watching tons and tons of videos. I'm watching how people are doing no-build beds to, ordering cots off of Amazon. And so I kind of have an idea of what I want. It's two things as far as my bed situation. I either want to get a cot from Amazon and put it in there, or I want to do this this other no build where I will leave my back row seats to the minivan up, and then I will add milk crates to extend the back seats, and then I will put whatever mattress, foam, whatever bedding on top of the actual seat and the milk crates, and then that will be more so. If I want it to be a couch, I can extend it. If I want it to be a bed, if I want it to be a couch, I will push it in and make the backing probably go up, the mattress piece kind of go up. And whenever I want it to be a bed, I can pull the mattress piece out, pull out and extend the actual milk crates, and then lay in it. I am a pillow girl. Like, I need pillows for days. So I will go out and, because I'm going to leave the pillows that I have in my house. Because what I don't want to do is every time I go back and forth, I have to remove all my pillows and put all my pillows back. And I say that now. It just all depends on what happens when I get it. But right now, I want to just make sure that the van stays always set up for me to jump right in. The only thing I need to do is just get in there, whatever supplies I need, whether it's clothing, making sure that my laptop is in, whatever things I need to have in there to be comfortable. That's all I want to do. And I want to make sure that, I do that on Sunday night, to load everything up so that on Monday morning, all I'm doing is getting in there and driving. That is my desire. So what I'm doing right now, to me, is not necessarily video worthy, because I'm just watching a lot of videos. I'm putting a lot of stuff in my cart. I'm having in my head how I want my van. And I really want it to be able to, like I said, to have it couch mode and then bed mode. I have, what do you call the chair? I have a couple of trays that I can use in order to be able to set up and work from the bed, and my laptop. I actually have I have a cooler that he has had in my possession for quite some time, and it's about to be mine because he won't. It's literally sitting right here, and it's been in my passenger seat for a minute, let's just say that. And so I plan on using a cooler of some sort, whether it's his or someone else, mine, that I purchased. But I plan on using the cooler, and then I have another little small tray-like station where I could put my laptop on top of it. I'm sure that I could sit comfortably in that seat or in the couch mode and still do work if needed. If not, I do have an actual food tray that I think will probably sit nicely. And if not, again, what I plan on doing is taking what I already have in my home and trying to make do. And then if I need to buy something else, if I have the funds for it, I can get it. But if I don't need it. At that point, I would like to have it, but I don't need it, because what I need is to be able to get in there, sleep comfortably, be cool at night, and then be able to use the restroom if I need to. I have plans for restroom usage, and the first thing I want to do is, of course, get the little porta potty thingamajig. And what I heard some YouTubers talk about were getting horse pellets. And you get these horse pellets, and I think you dissolve them in water, and then I guess when they dry out, they are like sawdust. So you take that and you line the bottom of your biodegradable baggies, and then you do your business, and then you tie it up, and then you can throw it out in the morning. So that's option one. Option two is to ensure that I am around a hotel where I can go in and use their facilities. Option three is to my staff members, the people I work with, have already said, you can kind of camp out in front of my house if you need to, and we'll let you use the facilities. And that's probably option four, really. Using someone else's facilities. Option three may be using the facilities at my job. And then option four, using someone's facilities because I am actually camping out in front of their home. So I have different options that I can use. And so I have to be able to use the restroom inside first. Because I need to know that is an option. It's not my preference, but I need to know that there's an option. Oh yeah, I forgot about Planet Fitness. And again, wherever the fitness center is, because it's open 24 hours a day. So I can also go in there to use their facilities. So I guess that's going to be on the same line of hotel / Planet Fitness. But yeah, so being able to use the restroom, so that's why I want to do some dry runs in the van prior to. And so of course I'm like, well, what if you do all this and you still feel like you don't want to live in your van? First of all, I paid $750 for a van. I have another vehicle. I don't always have to drive my SUV, which is, I'm certain my van is going to be better on gas than this SUV. I'm certain that the SUV will be able to take a lower grade of gas. Right now, I'd have to put in premium in my SUV. So I'm going to be fine. You know, I keep trying to let people know that, you know, I'll have an extra vehicle where I can stop. Because right now, I bought my vehicle in 2018. Yeah, 2018. And I already have over 100,000 miles on my vehicle. So if COVID hadn't happened, I don't know what I would have had, how many more miles I would have had on my vehicle, because that's the only reason why I don't have as many miles as I have right now. So I want to be able to kind of sit my truck up, and not to have it a Sunday go to meeting truck, but I don't necessarily want to drive it up and down the highway, you know. But yeah, I really think that I can do this, though. I really think that I will be able to manage living out of my van part-time. And those days that I have to come back for class, you know, hopefully I can work it so that I can, you know, have class on Monday nights. Because when school starts back in the fall, I'll be working 1 day a week. I think a mosquito bit me right here. And then because I'm in a band, on those days that, you know, I have band rehearsal, again, I won't drive the van, or maybe I will. It all depends on what gets better mileage. If the van gets better mileage, the van will be my everyday van. In a sense, like, it doesn't matter where I'm going, I still drive the van. It's just set up, you know. And I know my band members, where we have his studio is at his home. I know he and his wife will allow me to stay right there in their driveway overnight if I need to. So my plan is, even if we have band rehearsal, I will drive my vehicle, drive my van, and then I will park over at his place or their place overnight, and then just get up in the morning and then, you know, come on and drive to work, versus crossing the bridge and going over to where I live. Because again, I work in one place. My band members and where I work are in one state. I live in another state. And I think I do have a mosquito bite on my face. So that's what I plan on doing, is staying the night wherever I end up. That way, it's, again, I don't care to drive at night. The older I'm getting, the less I desire to drive at nighttime. So I don't plan on doing a whole lot of that. That's the reason why I like to get home before dark, even now. And I know it's summertime, and the weather, or the time difference, I guess it kind of gets dark around 8:30, 9 o'clock. So right now, when I'm driving home after my 8:30, I have a 6:30 to 8:30, 6 o'clock to 8:30 class twice a week. You know, I'm barely making it, you know, because it's dark by the time I get home, but it's not dark the whole ride. By the time it gets dark, I'm familiar with all of this because I've been driving for so long. But I don't feel as bad. And plus the bugs, every time I drive home late, I feel like the next morning I got to go to the, you know, car wash and spray off my vehicle from all the bugs that I demolished. So I am saying all this to say that this is it. This is where I am. This is how I plan on rolling until I can get the van, and I'm just ready. I'm ready to experience it, to see if I can do it, and if not, I have a van. I have a van for $750 that I can go up and down the highway with, and whatever. But I think it's going to work. So it's already over probably 20 minutes. So I'm going to get out of here, and I will talk to you all on the next video. So as I always say, be the best you can be, because you know what? All the others are taken. Smooches, guys. Bye-bye.